Man like Robbie here, time to get into MLR Daily. First of all, this ain't my garden, all right? I saw all the comments yesterday, Robbie's new garden, actually staying in a hotel. We've been doing some stuff at Royal Ascot all this week with Ladbrokes. It's been really cool actually, going to the horse racing. Been meeting up with loads and loads of football fans down there, you know what I mean? I met up with some Chelsea fans yesterday. They were really giving it to me, but I did remind them about the FA Cup. But listen, it was really good to have a load of banter with them. But on the subject of Chelsea, Diego Costa at the moment. Now, I was chatting to the Chelsea fans yesterday and saying, you know, are you worried that Diego Costa may leave the club? Because, we all know what's happened with Conte. Conte came out and sent a text message to Diego Costa saying to him that, listen, you're not in my plans for this season, and basically find yourself a club. Diego Costa now is digging his heels in and saying, listen, the club I found is Atletico Madrid. That's where I want to go to, and that's, where I'd like to end up. Atletico Madrid have got a transfer ban, so they can't sign anybody until 2018. Juventus and AC Milan are interested in Costa, but Costa's saying, listen, I'm digging my heels in here. I'll stay at Chelsea until January, and then I'll go to Atletico Madrid. And it's really creating a lot of problems now. Now, Antonio Conte sort of created this problem, really. And I think that's why there's been rumours of the Chelsea hierarchy not being very happy with what's happened. Because, number one, if Diego Costa's destination is Atletico Madrid and they know about that and it's obvious, that drives the price down. That means they won't be able to get the top dollar for him. Secondly, it's very embarrassing, the whole thing. It's right out in the open. Everybody's talking about it. And, it's a really, really, really funny situation. The Chelsea fans that I spoke to yesterday, and you know what, we'll run a bit of that interview at the end of the show, but they said they'd be happy to see him go. But Chelsea, bit of a mess for Chelsea with this one, but Diego Costa digging in his heels. On another Chelsea player, or should I say ex-Chelsea player, which of course is John Terry, legendary player at Chelsea. Well, there's a lot of rumours today that he could be on his way to either Aston Villa or Birmingham City in the Championship. Now, when that was muted at first, I thought to myself, there's no way John Terry's going to want to drop down to the Championship, sort of in the last years, twilight years of his career. Why would he want to jump down into such a hard league? But it looks like, the very persuasive forces of Steve Bruce at Aston Villa, who's trying to persuade him to go there. And he was pictured playing golf with Steve Bruce's son the other day, and he's been pictured with Steve Bruce recently. And also Harry Redknapp at Birmingham, who, of course, a very influential figure. Looks like both of them have sort of, put good offers to him and really trying to persuade him and say, listen, come to us. Now, it'd be really good for those teams to have him with his leadership and his, he's literally like, Arsene Wenger once said it, he's like having a coach on the pitch. So which one of those two clubs in Birmingham will John Terry end up at? There's talk that Aston Villa will be willing to pay him £60,000 a week, which is a big drop from what he's on at the moment, but still a good wage for a player at his age. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. All I know that whoever he signs for, if he does go for one of those clubs in Birmingham, he's going to be loved on one side of Birmingham and totally hated on the other side of Birmingham. I know the Birmingham fans, and I know that Birmingham Villa rivalry, and it is hot. Now, Manchester United look like they're going to be offloading Adnan Januzaj. Now, Januzaj, still only 22, by the way. Was on loan at Sunderland last season. Didn't do that great on loan, to be honest. And we're being told today that United have reached an agreement with Real Sociedad and are looking to sell him for £9.7 million. Now, it's a real... I look at this Adnan Januzaj situation and I think to myself, wow, what a real sort of come down for a player. I remember when he first burst on the scene for Manchester United, he was being called a new Ryan Giggs. I remember there was this big argument about where will Adnan Januzaj play internationally. Would he play for Albania, which was the country of his parents? Would he play for Belgium, which was a country where he was born? Or would he play for England? And there was this big scramble by all three of them to try and get him to play for him. England were making big moves to try and make sure that Januzaj played for England. But since then, I don't know, his career has just nosedived. And on loan at Sunderland last year, now Real Sociedad. Listen, Sociedad's not a bad team, but you know, from Man United to Real Sociedad is like, that is a real drop. And for a player that was seen as such a talented force out there, for him to end up, you know, at Real Sociedad when he was at Man United and considered to be one of the hottest young players in the Premier League, is really a big come down for Adnan Januzaj, but he looks like he is on the move. Finally, Robert Lewandowski. Now, Lewandowski, there's been lots of rumours flying around over the past couple of days that both Manchester United and Chelsea are interested. They want to buy Robert Lewandowski. Of course, he'd be very expensive, but he is a top marksman. Bayern Munich coming out today and saying, listen, he is going nowhere. And as a matter of fact, if any of the clubs attempt to talk to him, they're going to be going to FIFA and, you know, really getting hard on this one. So, looks like Robert Lewandowski will not be going anywhere. Bayern Munich, massive club, they don't just let their players go just like that. So looking like the Lewandowski rumours to Chelsea and to Manchester United are dead. Those are the rumours today here on Man Like Robbie. Thanks for watching the show.
Man Like Robbie.